All right, whose orange belly's hanging out underneath my dozer?
All right, we didn't have to start the video with a fat joke.
Pick on a fat kid, huh?
Well, we did have a good breakfast.
Yeah, we did. We got a yummy breakfast. Yeah. What did you had a sausage and cheese on it.
I had a sausage and cheese omelet with pizza cheese.
Pizza cheese, yeah, it was friggin' good. I got a Western, and it was good. So, look at that. Kitty's got a nice new smiley face on her. Got a new cutting edge. I'm debating on whether or not to trim these ears. I guess I don't have to. But I see how they stick past. It's a little bit worried that without support, would they have too much leverage and break something? I don't know. I'm going to try it. If I don't like it, I'll trim them off. But, yeah, blade's got a little whoop in it, but it'll conform. So I got the sprocket on it. That's all good. Good to go. New sprocket. And yeah, I guess the chain, both sides of these tracks are on backwards apparently. That's what some guys are telling me. I guess you're supposed to have the short end forward, which makes sense. I don't know. That was the way it came. We've had...
I think everything I've ever run with Growlers is set up just like that.
Really? I'll have to check and see. There's a couple of guys who were mechanics all their lives said, hey, them chains are on backwards.
They might.
I'm not going to argue with them till, you know what I mean? It very well could be, but it did come. I've had the tracks off it, but we always like are pretty anal about saying, hey, how were they on there? Look at the other side. So whatever, you know. But yeah, if they're wrong, we'll swap them around. This one broke a pin here or a master link or something broke on it, and we put it right back on the way it was though. But I don't know. It's kind of loose, but I like leaving them a little bit loose. That it was jumping that sprocket because it was all wore out. Oh, Kitty's a good old girl. She sure runs good. Got a few things I got to fix on it. These back of these are all wore out. They were like that when I got it. They've gotten worse. Of course, you can't grease them because they're all peened out. But I just take the cylinder off and either cut it out and put a weld in and a new bushing in the weld in, or just clip the back of the cylinder off and put a new boss on it. I think in this case there's enough room on these I can just burn them out, put weld ins in. You just put a weld in, big steel bushing in there, drill a hole in it, and then when you make them oversized so you can put like a 1/4 inch mild steel or brass bushing in, and then they're easy to fix, so I'm not too worried about it. But, oh, she's a good old girl. I don't know whether I want to sell it or not. I don't know. I was thinking about it, but I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to sell some of the newer stuff, and get rid of the payments, and keep the older stuff, and just run it. We got a new motor coming for Hoodie. So, Hoodie's a good old girl. That loader's still tight, ain't it? The bearing, the bushings, the boom, they're just so overbuilt. It's got like 15,000 hours on it, but I mean, you can put that boom in the dirt and wiggle the gantry back, and there's hardly any play at all. I mean, that thing ain't even close to needing rebushed. Needs a good bath and a paint job. A lot of cosmetics, but ever since we had the thing, basically ever since it was new, the engine house, you gotta constantly tighten up bolts on the engine house. It jiggles all around, the bolts just vibrate loose. So I was thinking about getting, when we pull the motor, I'll get some good nylock stuff and put it back together, and hopefully it won't jiggle. But, oh, I wish I had the time to take it and pressure wash it, clean it, and paint it. But whatever, even if it don't look good, it works good. She's paid for. It's a nice thing. I got a lot of older stuff that I got no payments on, so I'm just going to sell some of the newer stuff. Chill out a little bit. So if anybody needs a nice Duzan, I'm going to sell that. A landing loader. I'm going to sell one of the 748Hs. I don't know. Maybe a couple other items. Pay my damn notes off. And just kind of live a little bit, you know. My operation, I mean, my operation's set up for 8 guys, you know, and like just me and Zach right now, you know, whatever. You do pretty good, but you can't, you know, I can do already if we get 10, 12 loads, 15 loads, whatever a week, 18, whatever, 20, more the merrier, but, you know, I can't pay equipment payments on something that was designed to do 35 or 40 or 50 loads a week, you know, so that's where I'm at, and I just can't find anybody who wants to do this anymore, so whatever. So I'll do what I can do, right? All right, well, I am going to go do some cleanup work with Kitty. I got her ready to roll, and Zach's going to go pull a swing valve out of that 210. I'll help him when I get done with my cleanup. How the hell did you get so ugly? Did you take pills?
I blame my parents.
Do you? Did they beat you with an ugly stick?
Yeah. It's more like, it was borderline child abuse. But...
They had to hang a pork chop around your neck so the dog would play with you.
Yeah.
Well, say ta-ta to all the fine folks on YouTube.
Have a good day, YouTube.
Looking good, man. Looking good. All right. Well, time to go to work.
Bye-bye,